I'm Siobhan and I'm going to be showing you how to put in a cactus tail today. Cactus tails are a tail wrap that you braid into your horse's mane, and it makes your horse's tail nice and thick and promotes growth. So you want to start by brushing your horse's tail. I've already brushed my guys and put conditioner in, and then you can put conditioner in. Conditioner is definitely an optional thing, but I would really recommend doing it because it just helps the tail grow faster and it's just healthy for your horse's tail. I like the mane and tail moisturizer. They're really good, and it's just a thicker one, and it's just really, I've just found it really good. So you can just put that all over your horse's tail. I've already done that as well. You can start with your tail wrap. There's a long piece along the top with a string through it, and you'll use that to tie it. Then there's 3 of these tubes. You're going to start by taking one of your tubes. You can choose which one. Start from one of the ones from the end, and then you can just thread your hand through it, and then like this. You can start by grabbing a piece of your horse's tail. You want to do 3 equal pieces, so you want to try and get them the most equal as you can. So you can take some time doing this, just getting them nice and equal, as I said, like that. And you're just going to take it like this and just slowly work it through the tail back. Now you need to hold this up so it does not fall down. And you can grab the next one. You're going to thread your hand through the next one, which is the middle one for me. And then you're going to just keep threading your hand through until your hand comes out the other side. This can be a bit tricky because you have to still hold it up. And then you can just grab your second piece, You want to make sure you've still got a decent amount for your second part. Like that. Make sure that they're even. And then you can do the same. Repeat what I did with the first time I tried to thread it through. You just thread it through like that. And then you have most of them in. Then it's the last one. And you're going to just thread your hand through again, like I did with the previous 2. And remember, you still have to hold this tail back because it will fall out. And then you can just grab the next one. If you have a well-trained horse, you can stand behind them. My guy, he's pretty well trained. He is 4, but he's pretty sensible. So I'm able to stand behind him when I do this. For horses that are unsure and haven't had this in before, I would definitely not advise it. And I'd definitely advise rubbing it over your horse's body before putting it in your horse's tail if your horse is uncomfortable. So then you're going to take it like this. Take the 2 ends and you're going to bring them together. And you can just tie a knot. You could do a knot or bow, it doesn't really matter. Now what you're going to do is, before you tie a knot, you want to just feel where the dock of your horse's tail is. The dock is the end of, not the dock of your horse's tail, the end of your horse's tail, sorry. The end of your horse's tail is. And you want to just make sure that that is out. You don't want to be tying it tight around that area. So you just want to do it where your horse's tail ends, because the horse's tail isn't very long. It's around that length. His ends right before I tie my knot. And you want to go ahead and do a nice sturdy knot. You want to do it pretty tight. As I said, it isn't on a live tissue, it's just on his hair. So I can do it really tight and it won't harm him. Then you're going to go ahead and grab your 3 pieces like this, and you can start braiding them. And you just braid them like you would normal hair. You just pull nice and tight. Remember to keep it very tight, because the tighter you keep it, the longer it'll stay in. And you just start braiding it like this. And don't worry if your horse's tail is not super long. You can just keep braiding just keep braiding. It doesn't matter if your horse's tail is this long, you just keep braiding it. You also get different sized ones. It comes in a mini size, a draft size, and just a regular. You can always, if your horse has a very tiny tail and you want to work it up slowly, you can always use a smaller tail wrap, like a mini sized one, if your horse has a very short tail, so that there isn't so much excess. So yeah, I've been using this one for around 2 weeks on him, and his tail's already a lot thicker than what his tail was in the past. And yeah, you can stand behind them when you do it if they're all good with it. He's alright with it. He is greener, but he's used to me standing behind him and stuff. So it depends on your horse. Don't go standing behind your horse if you know your horse has a more edgy personality. Okay, so I'm coming to the end. As you can see here, I've braided to the end and there's all these little like string pieces. So you're going to take one from each side. Make sure your horse knows you're there all the time and just keep an eye on them if you are standing directly behind them. And then you could just grab 2 pieces. I like to grab 2 different colored ones because normally they're always from, like, if you have the 3 colors, it's from different pieces of the tail wrap, so it just stays in better. You can even grab 3 if you want to just make sure it stays in there good. So you want to take it like this, and then you just want to tie a tight knot. Don't worry about it getting stuck or it not coming out. These tail wraps are really good and they come out easily. I've never had a problem taking them out. I've always found them pretty good. So you can tie if you're not really tight. I find the tighter you go, the longer your tail wrap will stay in. And yeah, just do a double knot there. And we've got the tail wrap in. Then you can, when you're done, just go back up here and make sure you made this tight enough. I made mine pretty tight. And yeah, that looks pretty good. And now, what I always like to do is I always like to grab a little bit extra of my mane and tail moisturizer, put a little bit on my hands. And this is an optional step, but I'll always go and just do this top part to moisturize this top part a little bit. That is also if I'm at shows and riding, it just makes my horse's mane look tail look pretty. And yeah, and that's how you put in a cactus tail. They are definitely my favorite tail wraps because they stay in really well and they don't slide or slip really. And as well as that is, I found them pretty good to ride in. You can ride with them in. I've ridden all my guys with them and they aren't very, I haven't found my horse to spook at all with them. And yeah, they're also very pretty and they come in different colors. This one I have over here is a turquoise, a purple, and then a cactus print. But there are many different options and yeah. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video if you want to see more videos on horse grooming and tack reviews on different brushes and different unique horse items like this cactus tail. Bye!